All right, Unit 9. I believe this is going to be the last unit this year for my students. We may go a little into 10. I don't remember. I'd have to look at my calendar. But anyway, we're going to look at exponential functions this time. We're looking at nonlinear stuffs. And this particular lesson is going to probably be a pretty easy one. We might be hitting a brand new concept for you. We might not. Probably are for many of you. So make sure you're paying good, close attention. So we're going to hit some vocabulary and what this new thing is. But the actual math of this lesson, now it gets a little hairy, scary, and a lot of stuff to remember as we continue the rest of this lesson. But, excuse me, this unit. But this first lesson is really quite easy peasy. So let's dive into it. So exponents. What are exponents? So this is what they look like right here. So we've got a base, a number at the bottom, and then a little bitty number up at the top. That little bitty number at the top is called an exponent. What does it mean? Well, what it means is, in this kind of example, John is showing you here, this is the same as 5 times 5 times 5. How do we know how many 5s to put? Well, it's the exponent number. So a number times itself, exponent times, and then, of course, if we were to evaluate this out, we'd get 125. So let's take a look at some problem examples. They're going to be even easier in a way than this. So let's do it. So we want to write each expression using exponents. So for this one, we've got 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. How do we turn that into exponents? Well, the base is 4. That's what's being multiplied. And then how many times do we multiply it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So 4 to the 5th. That's it. I don't know why that's there. Gave away the punchline. Oh no. So what is being multiplied? Well, -8. Now I'm going to make sure and put that -8 in parentheses. And the reason for that is when we do negatives, it matters where that negative is. We'll kind of see that more and more as we continue. We're not going to stress too hard about it in pre-algebra, but whatever number is multiplied is going to be there. And since it's a negative, we're going to put it in parentheses. And it is, a lot of times when we're doing parentheses, I've been teaching you to do that anyway, just because it keeps you organized, keeps you from making negative mistakes and forgetting to ka-chink and all that kind of stuff, right? But in this case, it really does matter. So hope you've been getting into the habit of doing that kind of thing like I've been telling you to do, because then this will be really easy. So how many times we multiply it? We multiplied it 3 times. So -8 cubed. There it is. All right, let's look at another one. So we're going to write each of these expressions using exponents. Now we've got something a little bit different, right? Our bases are a little bit funky, a little bit weird, a little bit different, right? So instead of having numbers here, we've got variables. So you do it the exact same way. So our base is y. That's what's being multiplied. How many times do we multiply it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would turn into y to the 6th. Now, this one, a little bit tricky, right? Because we've got these expressions being multiplied. Well, see, don't stress, because we're doing it the exact same way. What is being multiplied? This x minus 2. Now, you notice that I put that in parentheses, just like I was stressing just a minute or two ago. And then how many times do we multiply it? 3 times, right? And that's as simple as that needs to be right now. And that's all we need to know for now, right? Let's do one more thing. Okay, we're going to evaluate this if x equals 6 and y equals -2. So this is just like any other substitution problem that we've done in the past. We're going to rewrite our expression with parentheses wherever the letters are. So we're going to put a parentheses here, squared, plus parentheses squared. And now we're going to substitute in the things where they go. So this one was x, so we're going to put the value of x, which is this. This one over here was y, so we're going to put the value of y, which is -2. So 6 squared, what would that be? That would be 6 times 6, which of course is 36. And then plus -2 squared. Now, this is why this is important. I'm going to kind of make a little aside why this is important. If we have -2 squared, a -2 times a -2 is, is a positive 4, right? Because a negative times a negative is a positive. So this is going to come out to plus 4. But if we were to just write this, negative 2 squared, that would have an answer of negative 4. Because in this case, writing it this way, only the 2 is squared, not the negative. So we're actually doing, if you want to kind of expand this out, we're doing negative 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Negative 4 is negative 4, right? So that's why it's important that we use those parentheses for these things, okay? So 36 plus 4 is 40. And believe it or not, that is it for that lesson. We'll kind of walk our way up in complexity, but we're starting out really simple. We will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.